Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PortFest 2023. Please welcome to the stage PortPro's founder and CEO, Michael Mecca.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Absolutely fantastic turnout today. Quick thank you to everybody on LinkedIn Live for tuning in from the United States, Canada, and around the world. It's been a lot of time and energy to put this event on. Super excited to have you here, and I'd like to formally welcome you to our first annual and first ever PortPro product event, PortFest 2023. We're gonna be going through a ton of stuff today. We're gonna be talking about state of drayage. We're gonna be talking about all of the amazing products that we have, some groundbreaking new features and functions. We're gonna be announcing, rolling out live on stage today. And then we're gonna talk a little future product roadmap and go through what us as a company, what we see the future looking like for drayage software as a whole. So yeah, super excited to be here, and let's just dive right into it. All right, state of drayage software. Everybody here is either in this auditorium or streaming in because you're interested to know a little bit more about what's going on with drayage software today. Why hasn't drayage software really taken hold? Why hasn't it improved at the same rate and clip that other softwares have across different markets? It really can be boiled down to three main reasons. I think the first is that drayage is super complex. Everybody tuning in and everybody here that is a drayage operator, a truck driver, somebody that works for a steamship line or a terminal, understands the magnitude, the amount of stakeholders that are involved from port to port, from door to door, moving containers. It is immense, it's super complex, and some people really have a difficult time picking up on it. It's not as simple as truckload, it's not as simple as other modes of transportation. Lot more complexities there. Number two, the software that's currently in the space is just outdated. Those legacy software players haven't really innovated a bunch. They've went out and gotten a bunch of market share over the last 15 and 20 years, and I would say over the course of the last 5 years, really slowed down development, haven't really been super focused on pushing the envelope forward for innovation in the drayage trucking space. And then number three, drayage is viewed as super niche in the supply chain, just super duper niche. Not a ton of money has flown into it as it relates to venture capital. People really didn't understand the magnitude. They didn't understand how important drayage trucking companies were to the overall supply chain. They didn't get it. Then we showed up a few years ago and we went out and built something really, really strong, built our first product, DrayOS, and people began to take notice. We are the fastest growing and soon to be the largest drayage TMS across North America. Wow. That just sounds like music to my ears. If you would have told me that 3 years ago, over the course of 3 short years, that we would be the fastest growing and about to be the largest drayage software provider across the United States and Canada, I don't know if I would have believed you, to be honest with you. We have currently 400 active drayage trucking company customers using our platform every day to operate their businesses. As it relates to drayage TMS providers, that is the largest amount of unique drayage trucking companies operating on a singular platform globally for their entire operations, globally. We have 10,000 active daily drivers using our mobile app every single day. 10,000 helping dispatch, automating their documentation, everything. Super proud of that number. And then probably the number I'm most proud of is having over 90 members of our team across the United States and around the world. Everybody's worked really hard over the course of the last 3 years to be able to build this business. Everyone is extremely dedicated and committed to continuing to see it succeed. Now for going through some of the new features that we've rolled out so far, year to date, that our customers have been hounding us for, that we got done and got rolled out. So we're gonna go through 4 of these. And the first one that we're gonna be going through is free flow. So who knows what free flow is? Anybody know what free flow is? Everybody's hand is up right now. Anybody on LinkedIn? In the comments, free flow, also known as peel pile. So for those of you that don't know what free flow is, it's essentially, hey, there are these big stack of containers that are offered out to a singular trucking company or a group of trucking companies. And when the dispatcher goes out and assigns a specific load to a driver, they don't yet know what the container number is that the driver is going to pick up. They're not sure yet because there's this big, almost like global or universal stack of 50, 75, 100 containers that customers offer out to trucking companies. And they just go, the driver shows up, picks the container up, maybe texts dispatch back and say, hey, I got, TEMU 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they put it in their system, and then at the end when they're invoicing, it's a big mess. It's complicated and confusing. What we've been able to do is automate that free flow process directly inside of the system. So I'm going to take you through here just a little demonstration of how that works. First thing, we go in and we create orders with customers. We select where the containers are being picked up from, add bill of lading numbers, delivery location information, container type, sizes, etc. Add in all that order information, nice and easy into our beautiful new order. Then we're going to enter in our container numbers. So we're going to put all of our container information that we've been tendered from our customers into the system, nice and easy. If we wanted to put the weight in, we could put the weight. Once we're done putting our container numbers into the system, we're going to create our order. Bang, our order is created. You'll see at the top we have these different cards, and the different cards are allowing us to filter by which order we've created. Underneath, you will see the 5 new trips, we call them, that were created by that order. Those 5 trips also created 5 loads. As you'll see here, it created 5 loads, and the system is going to begin tracking those containers like they would normal loads. As soon as the container becomes available, you would assign the trip to the driver. The driver's going to open up their mobile app. They're going to say, hey, you need to pick up this container from APM terminal, for example. They're going to go to APM. They're going to type in that container number as you see. They will automatically be assigned to that load. No more text messaging, no more Google Sheets, no more back and forth. The peel, pile, and free flow solution that everybody has been thirsting for years has finally arrived. I know, pretty cool. Next, gray pool. Another very, very interesting little logistics nuance. So essentially, for those of you that don't know gray pool, and for those of you that do know, just to clarify definitions here, gray pool is I'm dropping container A, I'm picking up container B from that warehouse, and container B I did not necessarily drop there. So another trucking company might have dropped it. I'm going there, I'm dropping the container I picked up from the terminal, and I'm going to bring back potentially a container that another trucking company brought to that drop location. So what we do here is we can now create loads based off of gray pool moves. You can now go in, you can assign routing to a gray pool. You can dispatch a driver on both containers within the same load. You can assign them to the pickup. You can assign them to the drop. Then you can assign them to the empty container that they're going to be picking up from that drop location. And we're going to store that secondary container number and chassis number inside of that same load for easy invoicing. Everything combined, everything automated, all connected with the mobile app. No more manual work, no more back and forth, all really, really integrated very nicely. And if our customers that use this gray pool functionality love it, if you have gray pool parts of your business, this is just an absolute home run game changer. I can't tell you how many phone calls I've gotten from owners of trucking companies that have called me and said, Mike, the gray pool is one of the best things that you have in the system. So really, really excited if you do gray pool moves. This is a groundbreaking thing. It really is. Next, driver planner. So when we built the driver planner, we used to be very very, very just singular load focused. And the feedback that we got from our customers was, hey, I want to have more visibility by the driver. I want to have more visibility by the driver. And I want to have more visibility by the driver. And so we went and we said, you're right. We need to become more visible on the driver level, not just on the load level. So what did we do? We went out and we made a driver planner. So now you have really easy access to see everything that's going on with all of your drivers over the course of the current day, over the course of the previous days. You can assign loads onto drivers and see kind of what they have built out for the current day and what's upcoming. You can really pre-plan days super nicely. You can reorder loads and you can move them between different drivers just with a really smooth drag and drop functionality. Super easy to use and super intuitive. You can also open up that driver's profile, see all the load information. If you like seeing your loads in tables, you can see them in your tables there. You have your driver's itinerary at the top there. You can drag and drop and assign those loads onto that specific driver, nice and easy. You can also now see driver pay within this driver planner. So now what we're gonna be able to do is you're gonna see kind of the list of work that the driver's done. You're gonna be able to plan it. Then you're gonna see how much he's getting paid in chronological order, one-to-one, with the actual work that person is doing. So big customer request, listened, another fan favorite feature, a great thing that we've been able to develop, a great thing that we've built, and getting great use by a ton of our customers right now. So driver planner, a fan favorite. Who does drop and hook accounts in the audience today? And who does drop and hook accounts back home? Is there anything worse than when you dispatch a driver out to a warehouse and you know that you're not gonna know which empty he's gonna pick up until he gets there? They're all your empties, right? You're dropping and hooking. You're always gonna be hooking to your own empties, no gray pool stuff. But you don't really know what's empty or what that driver is gonna get until he gets there. And then he's gotta text you and he's gonna say, hey, I got this container, etc. Now, you can allow the driver to select the container that is dropped at that location, ready for pickup, and self-dispatch. They can dispatch themselves. So no more 5 a.m. text message, hey, this is the container I took. No more messages at 11 o'clock at night, hey, what am I supposed to do? All of that is solved. Driver select container, all connected with the mobile app, super big win. So that is our current 4 pretty important material releases that we've had so far year to date on DrayOS. We've had over 16 releases. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually going to post a lot of the current functionality that we've released because I can go on days and days and days talking to you about everything. I'm gonna post in the description here, gonna post a little bit of a summary for the 15 releases plus that we've had year to date and what else has been in those. We are just super hungry, innovating consistently, have a great team. Now to get into some, I would say, exciting, even more exciting stuff. Something that is, I would say, a bit more connected to container visibility and what's going on in that space. DrayOS Track. DrayOS Track, DrayOS Track, DrayOS Track. What is DrayOS Track for those of you that don't know? It is our new product that we rolled out May. It was beta. June, it was general availability to everybody. We rolled it out to New York, New Jersey, and LA Long Beach. And DrayOS Track primarily focuses on 3 specific functions. Improve your container visibility inside of DrayOS like you haven't seen before. So we have enhanced container tracking. What is enhanced container tracking and what's different than just the base DrayOS container tracking that is available in all markets that pulls last free day, customs hold, freight hold, and availability? Well, now we track 13 data fields on the import side. DrayOS Track tracks 13 data fields automatically in real time on all of your import loads. We're talking about last free day. We're talking about outgate, ingate. We're talking about container type, size, steamship line, vessel name, voyage, seal number, ton of information here, ton of data. And we pull export booking information for your exports as well. Booking ERDs and booking cutoff dates are automatically populated into those export loads that you've created. Yeah, this is next level stuff. And just a quick alert, a quick announcement. DrayOS Track is rolling out to every market that we service in the United States and Canada. You will see over the course of the next month announcements to your inbox: Houston, Norfolk, Boston, Savannah, Charleston, Oakland, Seattle, Tacoma, all of the rails, Mobile, Alabama, Chicago, Minnesota. DrayOS Track is going to be globally available and will be rolling out progressively to all of those markets over the course of the next couple of months. Super excited about that as well. So now let's see the enhanced container tracking work. All you need to do here is you need to go in and create a load. You put your customer in, you put your pickup port in, you put your delivery location in, you enter your container number, bang. Did you see how fast that was? All your data fields pulled in automatically from different sources all across the interwebs. Real time. No more having to go out and manually check a bunch of websites. No more having to go out and just getting a few data points and having to go scratch and claw to get a few others. Nope. All real time, pulled in. If the information isn't available yet, the system will just continue to go out and make sure as soon as that becomes available, it gets added right into your load. What a game changer. Next, terminal document automation. So everybody knows you have a couple of documents that you get when you pick up a container and when you return a container. They're called EIRs or TIRs. They're interchange receipts. They essentially say, hey, this container is being taken out by trucking company A at this time, this driver, this weight, etc. And back in the good old days, and even today, trucking companies are forced to go out and take those documents. They're forced to put them into folders, scan them in. Then, some companies, like DrayOS companies, have a mobile app, and that really helps. Our mobile app is great. It really, really, really helps not have to do that. So your drivers take their TIRs, they scan them in their mobile app, and they get automatically assigned onto your load. Makes invoicing a breeze. There was like a third dimension to that was missing. Like, why do drivers need to do that? The documents are there, they're accessible, and we were just like, what the heck? Let's automate that process. So what we essentially did was we went out and we now collect in-gate and out-gate receipts automatically and assign them into your loads for you, so you don't need to scan them in and you don't need your drivers to scan them in, give them another step. I would say that is a truly a huge win for companies, just a massive win for companies, not having to go scan the document in, wait for the document to be scanned in to invoice. Just a huge step forward to be able to get those pesky TIRs automatically into the system. Really big step forward. Per diem audit. Yes, we do per diem audit. And I know back when I was in the business, per diem, and over the course of the last handful of years, per diem has been a massive problem. Per diem has just been a huge problem for trucking companies all throughout the COVID crunch, and then outside of COVID, it always seems to bite trucking companies in the butt. And why? Well, there are a few different reasons why trucking companies have per diem. Reason number one, I couldn't get a delivery appointment to my customer's warehouse. I pulled the container out, I put it in my yard, 2, 3, 4 days go by and didn't have the opportunity. The warehouse wasn't accepting the container yet, so I got to store it. that free time, that clock is ticking. So I couldn't deliver the container to the warehouse, and now the container goes into per diem, and you start getting banged over the head for $150 a day. That's reason number one. Reason number two is the warehouse didn't empty the container in time. So I go there, I drop my container, it's not emptied in time, can't bring it back. Again, the clock starts and the per diem dollars, they increase, and the invoices, they come in. Reason number three, terminal appointments. You can't get terminal appointments. You're trying to return back an empty into APM. APM's not accepting that empty that day, or they are accepting it, but you're fighting with other trucking companies to get appointments. I see a lot of smirks. Everybody knows that pain too well, right? So what we've decided to do, what we've been able to do, what our customers have been loving is now inside of the system, we have this beautiful per diem audit page where we keep track of all your containers that have per diem on them. We tell you how much that invoice coming from the steamship line is probably gonna be. We let you know, hey, how many days was this container out? How many days of per diem did this container incur? We go and we let you know, hey, was it the warehouse's fault? Was something going on at the warehouse? I couldn't get a delivery appointment? All those reasons before, we now cover. We cover them inside of this per diem audit. You can go and you can get reports that tell you, hey, certain terminals weren't accepting the empties. That tell you, hey, there was no appointments at those terminals. It'll tell you, hey, the warehouse didn't empty the container in time. We give you a holistic picture of that container and why the container had per diem on it. We also store all of the terminal screenshots for you on the load level or globally that you can go in and check if you need that information. From this page, you can also dispute directly to steamship lines. You can invoice your customers back to say, hey, customer, I got this invoice from this steamship line and I can't fight it. So here, you need to pay me back. You can also notify your customers. So as soon as you have per diem, you can now notify your customers without invoicing them while you wait for that steamship line invoice to come in. So per diem audit, all inside of one TMS. All these features and all this functionality, the robustness, the ease of use, it being web-based. Now beginning to combine these different parts of the business, the operations, the invoicing, the compliance, the fee mitigation, all in one place, web-based. But what if I told you that there was one thing missing? What if I told you that for the last, 5 years, people have been having conversations about this really, really big pain in the butt thing that everybody at certain terminals needs to do every time they need to go out and pick up or return a container. Talking about terminal appointments. The system was missing terminal appointment automation. Couldn't book terminal appointments here. You had to go into each terminal's website. You had to fight with other trucking companies to get appointments. No drayage software did it. Until now. I would like to formally introduce to the world PortPro's automated terminal appointment system, fully integrated into our drayage TMS. If I had to make a list of things that are a pain in the butt for trucking companies to deal with on a day in, day out basis, scheduling terminal appointments is usually at the top or very near to the top of that list. And I can't tell you the countless stories of owners of companies telling me, hey, I need to come in at 5 a.m. to book appointments, or I had to come in on Sunday, 2 a.m., 2 p.m., sitting there looking for appointments because the container's got a last free day tomorrow, and if I don't get it out, there's going to be demurrage on the box. And I'm just sitting there working and trying to get those appointments. The industry's tried to do it for a long time, and we did it. We created a automated terminal appointment system. We embedded it inside of your TMS, and now we let you automate not only the import pickups, but the empty return appointments for those containers as well. We do it in a lot of markets now. Live today in New York, New Jersey, in LA, Long Beach, in Seattle, Tacoma, in Oakland, California, in Charleston, South Carolina, and in Norfolk, Virginia. Wait, I missed two. Sorry, guys. Miami and the Port of Everglades and the Port of Mobile, Alabama. You can now, inside of DrayOS, automatically book your terminal appointments. All right, let's get into it. So right on your dispatch page now, you can go into any of your containers. It could be on vessel, it could be at terminal, they could be still have a hold on them, be available. You can select the container that you're looking to book an appointment on, and you can do one of two things. Option one, select a time range, which essentially means, hey, any time between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m., I want you to book an appointment for me as soon as the container becomes available. So I put my appointment in maybe 5 days before. I say, hey, book it within this time range. As soon as it becomes available to book, the system's gonna go out and fight and claw and scratch to book that appointment for you. And it's super fast. Option two, let's say you don't wanna schedule a general time range. Let's say you wanna schedule specific dates and times and you wanna do them in a specific order. What you can now do is you can select the second option. You are going to see all of the days up to the last free day of that container that you're gonna be able to now go in and select which date and time you wanna book. The system will go out and begin trying to book the containers in the order that you selected. So priority A, B, C, D, E, F, and so on and so forth. You can book as many as you'd like. What if I told you you could do that in batch? So on the left-hand side of the screen there, you see all of our nice check boxes. Our check boxes on the left side of the screen allow you to select multiple loads. Batch select, schedule your time range or your date and time specific. The system will go out and book those empty appointments for you. Just a few clicks. No more having to go onto the website, no more having to click around and fight, no more having to be up at weird hours. The system does it for you. If you want to begin using our terminal appointment automation system, click the link below and you can begin booking appointments as soon as today. I just want to take a quick second just to thank the team that's been working overall on, inside the company, but on the appointment automation system. It's been a trek over the course of the last handful of months, and I just wanted to thank you. Thank you for all your work on this. So now let's look towards the future. We spoke about state of the drayage software space today. We spoke about some of the great stuff we've rolled out year to date. Spoke about DrayOS Track. Announced, I would say, the biggest new feature to come to supply chain software, if not probably supply chain software, I'd say in the last 3 years. The biggest new feature to come to drayage software since the invention of the mobile phone and like driver mobile apps. This is a groundbreaking next step into what drayage software future will look like. And we're going to be leading the way. Now, product roadmap. What's coming? What are we focused on? What are we building currently that's going to be another big win for our customers? Let's go through it. We have a new enhanced OCR AI document reader that is scheduled to replace our current one and will be rolled out and live September 1st. No more manual entry on your documents. Upload into the system. The system will take care of it for you. Just another step in improving our current OCR technology. I would say a monumental step of improvement in our OCR tech. ELD integrations. Probably say by the end of this year, maybe January, we're going to have the 15 biggest ELD providers integrated into DrayOS. What does that mean? You're now going to be able to, with just a couple clicks, connect into your ELD systems in all your trucks, get all your ELD data, and begin making better decisions as it relates to your dispatch and as it relates to driver safety. Everything all in one system. 15 ELD integrations. Click of a button. Vessel visibility. By the end of the year, you're going to be able to see locations of vessels before they arrive. Not only the vessel ETA, but we're going to begin plotting and showing you the actual location of that vessel in case the ETAs are wrong, in case there's more information that hasn't been provided yet. And you can also provide this to your customer through the customer portal. Intermodal functionality. We are now going to be able to handle inside of DrayOS not only trucking movement, but rail and barge as well. Enhanced intermodal functionality, really going to be really going to be something next level. Now I would say the two big ones. These two I would say are similar in importance to the industry, similar to the terminal automation system we just talked about. Dispatch automation. Dispatch recommendations. In the first quarter of 2024, we will be rolling out DrayOS dispatch recommendation system. What's that going to do? That's going to allow and begin giving suggestions to all of your dispatchers and letting them know, hey, this makes a lot of sense for the next load for this driver. Or, hey, this driver makes a lot of sense to go on to this next load, vice versa. We're going to begin putting that information in front of your team and allowing them to make better and better decisions based on data. What is this going to do? This is going to result in a better experience for dispatchers, a less stressful environment where they're going to have more information at their fingertips to make more educated and better business decisions with all the trucks on the road and with all the containers that they need to move. What's this going to do for companies? This is going to create more efficiency and get more output out of the assets and the drivers that are currently running on the road by really focusing the right drivers at the right times on the right loads. Make those recommendations super easy to use, super easy to dive into for our dispatchers. April of 2024. We will be rolling out the first ever trucking-focused embedded CRM to the world, PortPro CRM. CRM will live inside of DrayOS and will allow you to now manage all of your communications, that Outlook inbox, the Google Mail, the Google Chats, the WhatsApp, the documents all over the place. It will allow us to now consolidate all of our communication, all of the information, all into one system, give you visibility on the load level as to communication for loads, allow your customers to have a better customer experience because you can communicate with them in real time in a more effective and efficient way. You're not going to have to dig for things anymore. You're not going to have to go and search and hunt and look and pull everything together to then go and communicate with your customer. All that communication internally and externally out to customers will now be living and embedded inside of your TMS with our new CRM. I've always thought to myself, I'm like, why haven't CRMs been introduced in the trucking space yet? It's like the perfect space. I probably shouldn't even say this down in front, but I will. It's the perfect space for a CRM to get into. But it's better if it's embedded and it's all connected. And that's what our CRM is going to do. April 24. So this is a little sneak peek. There's a ton more as to some big ticket items that are on the roadmap for the next little bit of time here, the next 1 month all the way out to 6 months. This stuff's really great. The OCR is great. The ELDs are great. The intermodal functionality is superb. The vessel visibility is awesome. What's getting me really excited, like super, super excited, is that dispatch recommendation system and ultimately trucking's first embedded CRM and drayage software. I almost forgot. We have 2 new features rolling out. One rolling out in just a couple weeks, and the second rolling out for the end of the year. First, we have completely redone our invoicing and our customer rates automation. What does that mean? That means that invoicing is a hell of a lot better to do in the system. It means that inside of customer rates, we have made adjustments to the way that we structure and handle it. And you can essentially now automate 90 plus % of your base and accessorial charges in the system. And the setup's a breeze. Multi-dimensional, the way that we're looking at customer rates. Super, super excited. That's only a couple weeks away. So that's big news for all current customers there. Really excited to share that with you. The team's been working really, really hard the last couple months on it. Reporting. We will be rolling out over the course of the next few months 25 amazing standard reports and dashboards directly in the system that are going to let you have insights into your business that you didn't even know existed. They're really going to allow you to get a good grasp and understand your numbers and understand how your business is operating. Building on top of that, by the end of the year, we're going to be rolling out a new report writing system where inside of the system itself, you can easily create your own dashboards. So you're not going to have to rely on us. If you want to go out and make your own dashboards and make your own reports, everything in the system is going to be automated right there for you. Everything in the system is going to be configurable as it relates to reporting for you. So keep an eye out for that over the course of the next few months. And that's it. Has everybody had fun? Yeah. Have we had a good time? Are we excited about the automated terminal appointment system? Are we excited about some of the roadmap items that are going to be rolling out over the course of the next handful of months? Are we excited about having per diem automation right in your system, right in your TMS? Fantastic. There's one more thing to be excited about. Introducing PortPro's freight brokerage system, ShipOS. We went out and we saw, hey, drayage trucking companies were being ignored and they need a better solution. And we went out and we built drayOS. But what about trucking companies that have a brokerage arm of their business? What about freight forwarders and non-asset-based brokers? And what about direct BCOs and shippers? They really don't have the latest and greatest in software either. And the systems that are really strong don't really focus on the drayage space as the lead. but we do. That's what we specialize in. So we decided to go out and build ChipOS. It's been in a beta with 5 of the most reputable freight forwarders and brokers in the United States. It will be available to the general public in the first quarter of 2024. So that's really it. It has been a fun 3 years. It has been a amazing ride, but there's still a lot of work left to do. And I know we're the right people for the job. I know that we're the right company to take the drayage software space forward, and just super excited about the next decade. Excited to continue to innovate. We're just at the first stage, I feel like. There's so much more to do. There's so much more to learn and grow. I'm looking forward to doing it with all of our customers and our team. So thanks everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks everybody for coming and attending today. And yeah, see you on the road.